Mysteries That Refuse to Die, Episode 9. The Disappearance of Jennifer Kesse. Previously, on Mysteries That Refuse to Die, we explored the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, a case that captured the world's attention and left a family in endless grief. But tonight's story hits closer to home, right here in the United States. A young woman, smart, successful, independent, vanished without a trace from her Florida condo. No break-in, no struggle, just a gone. This is the disappearance of Jennifer Kesse. Years have passed, but the questions remain. It was January 23, 2006, in Orlando, Florida. Jennifer Kesse, 24 years old, had just returned from a weekend getaway with her boyfriend, Rob Allen. She was thriving, working as a financial analyst, had just bought her own condo, and was known for being punctual, responsible, and deeply loved by her friends and family. She spoke with her family and boyfriend that night. She told them she was home safe, getting ready for bed, and planned to go to work the next morning. But Jennifer never showed up. When Jennifer failed to arrive at work the next day, her co-workers grew concerned. She didn't call. She didn't text. She didn't answer her phone. That was unlike her. By evening, her parents, Drew and Joyce Kesse, drove 2 hours from Tampa to Orlando. They found her condo locked, no signs of forced entry, no signs of struggle. But something was off. Her black high heels, the ones she often wore to work, were missing. Her cell phone, iPod, and purse were gone. Her bed was unmade, and a damp towel hung in the bathroom, suggesting she had showered that morning. It looked as if Jennifer had simply walked out the door and never returned. 2 days later, on January 26th, a major break, or so it seemed. Jennifer's black Chevy Malibu was found abandoned about a mile from her home, parked at an apartment complex. Inside, police found her phone charger, her DVD player, and her fingerprints, but nothing else unusual. Then came the most chilling clue of all. Surveillance footage from the complex showed a mystery person parking Jennifer's car and walking away. The figure's face was obscured by fence posts, perfectly blocking every frame. Even the FBI couldn't identify their gender, race, or age. They estimated the person was between 5 feet 3 inches and 5 feet 5 inches, but beyond that, nothing. It was as if the camera itself was conspiring to keep the secret. Over time, the case generated several theories, but none have ever led to an arrest. Theory 1: abduction at her apartment complex. Jennifer's building was undergoing major construction at the time, with many temporary laborers living nearby. Some of them reportedly catcalled Jennifer and made her uncomfortable. Detectives believe she may have been abducted as she left for work that morning, possibly taken by someone she knew only in passing. Theory 2: a targeted attack. Friends and family maintain Jennifer was cautious and rarely took risks. If she was taken, it might have been planned. Someone watching her schedule, waiting for the right moment. Theory 3: random abduction. Some experts think Jennifer could have been attacked after leaving for work, forced into her car, and driven away before the suspect abandoned it. But there's no evidence, no witnesses, no trace of Jennifer ever surfaced. In the early days, the investigation stumbled. Police waited too long to declare Jennifer missing, assuming she'd gone off voluntarily. Crucial hours were lost. When her car was finally discovered, it had already been wiped down for fingerprints. Even worse, the surveillance footage of the suspect wasn't released to the public until days later, long after potential witnesses might have recognized the person. Over the years, the Kesse family grew frustrated with what they described as incompetence and lack of urgency. In 2018, after more than a decade of stalled progress, the family sued the Orlando Police Department to gain control of the case files, and won. They've since hired private investigators, combed through thousands of documents, and even used new AI enhancement to reanalyze the car footage. But nothing definitive has emerged. Jennifer's parents have become tireless advocates for missing persons. They appear regularly on television, podcasts, and documentaries, determined to keep their daughter's face alive in the public eye. Her father, Drew, once said, "You can't grieve when you don't know. You just keep fighting." Their courage has inspired new policies and renewed awareness about missing adult cases nationwide. But every year that passes, hope flickers dimmer, though never extinguished. Jennifer's disappearance remains one of Florida's most baffling cold cases. Her condo still stands, her memory frozen in time. Each clue feels like an echo, each lead a dead end. Yet her story continues to captivate, because it could happen to anyone. A young professional, a routine morning, and a mystery that refuses to die. She was intelligent, ambitious, and loved. She had plans for the future, a meeting the next morning, a family call that night. And then, nothing. No one saw her leave. No one saw her taken. And no one, not her parents, not the police, not the world, has ever seen her again. Years have passed, but the questions remain. What happened to Jennifer Kesse? Was she taken by someone she knew? Or did she vanish into the silence of a Florida morning, leaving behind one of America's most enduring mysteries? Until the truth emerges, her story will remain one of the haunting mysteries that refuses to die.